Welcome to Bash Scripting for Beginners YouTube channel. On this channel we explain Bash scripting, and this is one of our first few videos. Basically we will be talking about, I will be introducing you to Bash scripting in this video, and we'll be going in depth. Even if you are a beginner, you are going to learn, and if you are an experienced scripting engineer or someone that has been using Bash scripting for a while, you are still going to learn a lot in this video. So what is Bash scripting? Bash scripting is simply giving the computer system some set of commands to run on your behalf. Basically, in the earlier days, engineers or system admins, we usually just do everything manually. So as time goes on, Bash scripting came into the scene, whereby we can write some command for the system to do on our behalf. Maybe it could be a monitoring set of commands that will monitor if a service is running, or sort of commands that we perform some manual tasks automatically. And then maybe you have hundreds of virtual machines, and you need to you need to perform some operations on these machines. You can use Bash scripting to write the operations, and you run it on these machines automatically. All of this we are going to do, and we are going to talk about them on this channel, if not in this video. So welcome guys. In this specific video, we're talking about we are going to set up an environment, basically some set of VMs where we used to practice Bash scripting. I'm going to show you how to do that. You can use your system as well if you are connected, if you have more than one system. Basically you just need one system to run Bash script, but due to some examples that we'll be going over here, we are going to connect like 4 systems together, and then if you can do the same, it will be better, because you are going to learn more, be able to follow along and see the result for yourself. And if you can't, you can use a virtual machine or first set of virtual machines. You are going to connect them together. I'm going to show you that in this video if you can't. And if you can't do that as well, you can use Vagrant to automate the virtual machine setup. That's what we'll be using in this video basically. So we'll talk about that later, and then after that we are going to talk about basic Bash script example. I'm going to show you an example. In fact, we are going to write the example together. We are going to write each line of the Bash script. So just a basic example, and if you can do this, if you can write this basic example, then you can as well write any other script. All right, then from there we are going to move into a little more difficult script example. We are going to do that. In fact, this will be an interesting one. So then from there we start talking about some nitty-gritty parts of Bash script. Talk about variables, then talk about some command line arguments, and from there we are going to hear your questions and answers and whatever difficulty you experience. All right, so let's get started. The first thing we are going to do is to set up our environment, and then I have my terminal here. I will be using Vagrant to set up 4 VMs. You can as well do that. First, I'm going to make a directory. All right, I'll call it Bash for beginners. All right, in this directory, we are going to make a Vagrant file. Before, if you want to create multi VMs Vagrant file, you need to create your if you want to create multi-VM using Vagrant, you need to create your own Vagrant file by yourself. So that's what I'm doing here. Then I'm going to edit this file. So I'm using the VI editor, and then to use the VI, you can use whatever editor, and in fact you can even do this on your Windows instead of doing the terminal. I think I'm used to the terminal, that's why I'm doing it here, especially the VI editor. So if you are following along, after creating the file, sign into it, as in just open it using VI, and when you are here, just press I. Then you are going to get to the insert mode, from where you can type whatever you want. So but basically what we'll be doing is I'm going to show you an example of a file that I've written. I'll explain it to you, then we are going to copy it so that we are not going to waste much of our time. If you check the Vagrant documentation, if you want to create a multi-VM Vagrant file, you are going to set up the file by yourself. Then you are going to include basically the global setting, which starts from here, and from there, depending on the number of machines you want, you are going to get, for example, I have one here, I have 2, 3 and 4, and this one I name it script box, and it is a CentOS machine. You can get this from Vagrant Cloud. This is a box name, this is another box name, the same one. Why this one is Ubuntu, the rest are CentOS, and I've given each machine specific IP address. This one is .12.13.14.15, and likewise I gave this one a RAM size of 1 gig. This one is 254, likewise this one 254. I'm giving these 3 just a very small RAM because of the machine, the physical machine I'm using. It's not as fast as I want it to be, so 254 is okay for what I want to be doing on this VM. We just want to set we'll be sending some script from this main machine onto here, onto this rest machines to run. So that's why we are giving these ones just little RAM size. All right, I believe you understand that. Even if you don't, just follow along, copy this and put it into your Vagrant file. It is as simple as that. Alright, so I'm going to paste those here. Alright, so when you are done, just press escape key, then colon WQ. Escape, you are going to get to this command mode, then you press colon. W means write, which is same thing as save, then Q means quit. So you're going to save and quit, then you are going to get back to the terminal. Now we have this file. If I should cut it, if I see the content, now we have this in the Vagrant file. So now I can just Vagrant up, then I'm going to get all these VMs set up. It is as simple as that, guys. So Vagrant up. But maybe at first we can maybe let's just okay, let's bring up the first one, which is script box. So I'm just going to bring up the first one so as to save us some time. If I should use just Vagrant up, it's going to bring all the VMs in the Vagrant file. It's going to bring them up. However, just giving a specific name will bring that specific VM up. If I can use this as well, bring it up. So that is that. And I'm going to fast forward this video because this can take some little time. I'm going to fast forward it. Then we are going to talk about, we are going to do some changes, make some changes to this new virtual machine. Probably just say the host name and some basic stuff. Then we are going to write our first script. Stay tuned, guys. I'll see you in a moment. As in this section, we'll be talking about a basic bash script example. In the last section, we set up a VM. As you can see, the setup is done. Now we can sign into the VM by using Vagrant SSH. And then if you already have your VM, you don't need this first step. You can just log into the Linux machine. So, and I want to assume that you already have some bash Linux skills, maybe basic understanding of basic usage of Linux. So we assume that. Now I'm signing as Vagrant user. So the first thing I would like to do is to switch to the root user by using sudo -i. Alright, now I'm the root user. The first thing I would like to change is that I would like to change this host name, just rename it to the name of the machine while we were creating it from the Vagrant box. So I would like to rename it to this. So simple. I can just I'll be using the VI editor because that's what I like using. Some people like using Nano and the rest, but let's edit the host name. The host name is located. The host name file is located in its directory. So this is it. So now just press I, then delete everything that you can see in the host name. Now we are going to put script box. Script, is that correct? Yeah, I think it's correct now. Alright, this is the name we want, so we are going to save this. Escape :WQ. Then I like putting the host name here again, host name script box. Now as you can see, this has not changed. We just we need to sign in and probably sign out and sign in, then it will be effective after that. So let's just log out. Logging out and exit is the same thing. It's just log out from the Vagrant user as well. Now we are back into our physical machine. Now let's sign into the script box machine again, and this should change after that. Alright, can you see it has changed? Before it was Vagrant localhost, now you have Vagrant script box. It's as simple as that. So we are going to switch to the root user again, then let the form begins. Alright, let's write our first script. And then since this will be in this class, we'll be writing a lot of scripts, so we might just create a directory where we are going to put all the scripts. So we are going to make a directory in the opt. Let's create a directory in the opt directory. Now we are going to name it scripts. So now we have a directory called script in opt. So let's change into the directory. Now we are in the directory that we created. It's as simple as that. What we will be doing here is creating our first script, just like what you see. Basic. It's basic actually, and something interesting for a beginner. Alright. So what we'll be doing here is we are going to write this script in an editor. So and let's I like using an editor called Vim, just an advanced version of Vim, and by default it's not installed. By default it's not installed, so I'm going to install it. So since this is CentOS machine, you can just use install Vim, if you know why. So we are going to install this. You can as well follow along with me, guys. The installation is almost done. It's an external package, so and this very useful if you be writing a lot of text in your Linux machine. So a lot of people use it. In fact, it's very popular. The basic one is nano, or the default one, so to speak. So now the installation is completed, so I'll just clear the screen. So what we'll be doing now is to create a file, then use the editor to edit it. And you can use the editor to create a file at the same time open it. Just one action to perform two actions. So let's just call this first script. So that's the vim editor. So I'm just going to put first script here. You see this is a bash script, so we put .sh. So we turn on the shell. So first script.sh, then we hit enter. Now the file is open. Can you see first script.sh? It's a new file that has been created, though we have not saved it. So now what we do, just press I to enter the insert mode. Then we can start typing stuff. We can start typing the commands, the bash commands. So the first thing you are going to type in the bash command is called call it shebang. She's hash and exclamation mark. This is used to specify the part of the compiler that is going to read the content in this script. So the part is bin.bash. Alright, shebang b.bash. This is the first thing you are going to see in any bash script file. So that's very important. Then from there you can start writing whatever you want. But before now, I'm going to show you some little tricks about vim editor, because we'll be using it a lot, especially since we'll be using it to write the scripts. You need to understand one or two things about it. Alright, the first thing is that how to save. To save, just from the insert, you need to get to the command mode. You can only save in the command mode, and to get to the command mode, just press the escape key on your keyboard. You can see the insert has disappeared. If I press I again, I'm back in the insert mode. If I press escape key, I'll get to the command mode. And to save, just press shift as in colon, just colon on your keyboard, and W to save. If I should hit enter, now I have saved. I've saved. So you can see I saved, but the file, I'm still in the editor. The editor has not disappeared. It has not taken me back to the terminal. To get back to the terminal, just escape. To get to the command mode, shift colon, just to get the colon key, then Q will take Q away. But oftentimes we'll be using Q means quit, and if you haven't saved and you press Q, use this, it will not work. It will give you tell you that you have not saved. But since I have saved, if I should use this, I'll be able to get out of the editor. However, oftentimes you can as well save and quit at the same time. This will save and quit, take you back to the terminal. You can see I'm in the terminal. If I should press ls, then this file has been created, and we can see the content of the file as well. You can see the shebang and the extra space that I gave. So that's one of the important steps you need to know about vim editor. I'll open the file again, just vim, then the file name. Now we are in the file. To start typing, just press I. Now we are in the file. So in the next video, we are going to talk more as in guys, that is just the few things you need to know about vim editor. Now let's start writing the script. So we are in, so the first thing I would like to show you is echo. Echo simply means print this. So we want to print a string, just group of text. So let's see, echo welcome to bash scripting. So we just want that to print to the screen. It will be in quotes, double quotes. So then something else is I want to print just an empty space. If you see, what you can see here will not be present. and this one as well will not be present, but this will be present. Everything here will not I hope you understand that. It's only what you have at the front of this command that will be printed. So we want to print an empty space. Basically, this is what I mean. This is how the code will be. Alright, so now we could print a code. Let's say we want to run a command. We want the script to run a command. So let's tell the user what the command will be. You can say the uptime of this machine is, then this is in code. Then we can give the uptime command, is the Linux command, so display the uptime of the machine. Likewise, we can display something more, which should be like echo of the memory utilization. Memory utilization this machine is, then we can give that as well. The command is free-m. It's as simple as that, guys. Then we can display the memory utilization as well. The disk utilization, which is df-h. Alright, df-h. This is just so simple, guys. Then we save. It's like I said, to save in vim escape :wq, save and quit. Now we have the file, but we still can't run it. In fact, to run a file, a bash script, what you have to do is just give the path to the file. The path in this case is dot means this directory, then / the name of the file, which is just / name of the file, first script .sh. Yep, then hit enter. But we have an error, permission denied. Permission denied means this file is not executable. If we look at the permission of this file by using ls-a, by default when you create a file, by default when you create a file to not be executable, if you notice, this is the permission on the file: read, write. It's not having the executable right. That is, this user doesn't have the executable right. The user, as you can see here, doesn't have the executable right. So we have to give this file executable right. So how can we do that? You can do that using the chmod. Then we add +x plus executable, that is, modify the right, give it executable right, then give the path of the file name, this is it, then hit enter. Now if you run the command again, you can see now it has the executable right and the color has changed as well. So now we can call the file like this, then it's going to run. Let me show you where we called it. This is where we called it. Can you see? Now you can see just like what we wrote. Welcome to bash scripting. The uptime of this machine is, which is this. The memory utilization of this machine is this as well. The disk utilization, can you see the typographical error? The disk utilization is this. Then you have this. Now this is an example of a bash script. Congratulations on writing your first bash script here. Congratulations. But if you notice, there's quit. If you notice, this doesn't look readable. In fact, I had to highlight some part for you before you could be able to notice the output. This is not so readable both on the terminal and on the VIM editor, though maybe look a little bit readable here, but it's still not that perfect. So that's where commenting comes in. Show you how to you've been able to, you understand how to give it the executable rights. Now it's important to you make it readable for both you in the future, because you'll be coming back to this, and for you to understand what you wrote in later times, and that's why you need to put comments. At the same time, you need to make it readable for the users that will be running the script as well, including you. So let's make it more readable. So the first thing, you are going to press I to enter the insert mode, and then just we need to put a lot of commands. So welcome to bash scripting. It's important, but let's even make some, let's say we call it, I call it border or what. Just let's put some pillar around there. Welcome to bash scripting. That will be, this will be printed out, so it's like a border for it. Then we can just put something else here, probably another one. Let's say echo again, then another series of border. It's gonna take some time, but it's so important. So now we can tell the system what we want to print or what is happening. Tell the viewer what is happening. So we're seeing echo the uptime of the machine. We can do this as well. Something else that I like to do is especially in VIM editor, let's go back to the command mode. Sorry, escape. We are back in the command mode. So what we are going to do, call it yanking. So we want to copy this line. To copy it, just press YY, then you go to the place you want to paste it, then P. Can you see? Paste this line here, paste it here. Let's say there's another place I want to paste it, maybe probably just after the uptime, then P, you have it after the uptime. Now let's say you want to print it after the free hyphen name again, P. Now you want it at the end of the line, P, just like that. Now we've been able to paste this several times. Something else that I like to copy is an empty space, which is echo empty space. So we want to put this maybe after each last ending of the border. So we can just P here, something like that, then P here again. Probably you can just have it at the end as well. Now this will give you the right output, and at the same time I think we have some comments that is we don't have any comment at the moment, so we are going to use a comment here. To put a comment, very simple. Comment in bash, we use let me go to the insert mode. A comment in bash starts with the hash symbol. So now we can say first bash script. So we can come to another line and then give another comment, then the uptime time section, then we can come below and then probably give another comment. Where can we have that? Okay, probably here, say can have it there. Just put something, the memory utilization. I think this is okay. So now let's save and quit. Now let's run the command again. Let's clear the screen. Now can you see it looks more readable? We have welcome to bash, the uptime of this machine, the memory utilization of this machine, disk utilization of this machine. Finally, so we've been able to write our first script, and I believe you now understand one or two things about writing bash scripts. So in the next section we'll be talking about a real world. We'll be writing an example of a real world script. This is a real world one as well, but just some playful script. Let's write something that is usable in the next section. Alright, this video we'll be talking about a real world script. Basically, it is a script that will set up a website on any Linux machine. So let's go back into our script folder. We've written just one script, which is the first script. Now we are going to create another script using vim, just like we did. Let's just say we are going to call this website setup. Let's just say setup a website. Setup website.sh. Alright. Remember, you need to provide the shebang. Sorry, my bad. Press I to enter the insert mode, then shebang exclamation. Mind you, shebang is the combination of exclamation and hash. So hash exclamation is what's called shebang. Then bash, which is the path to the interpreter, a bash interpreter that will interpret the script. So once we have that, then we can start writing the script. Basically, the content of a bash script is what we run on the shell terminal. So if you know how to set up a website from the shell terminal, then writing a script is like 60% of the work is done if you know how to use the terminal. So in this case, I'll be putting some commands that we execute or that will create a website from the terminal. In this script, then we are going to put some little commenting and formatting that will make it readable to both the user of the script and me, the writer, in future times. So the first thing you have to do is to provide this, because this is a bash script, and then let's use sudo should, in case the person that will be running this script is not the root admin. So sudo yum, because some of the commands here will require some privilege rights. So we need to install, which requires some sudo rights. First thing we'll be installing is wget to download the website file, because I'm not writing the code. I'll need to download the code. So in zip file, and I'll need unzip to unzip the file, code file, and I'll need a web server in this case Apache, and Apache on the CentOS machine is HTTPD. Then since this is a script, we won't be there to provide yes or no to some of the questions that will be coming from this installation steps. So we need to include -y. So that's one of the main commands that we use to install in the terminal. Something else that we want to do is after installing a service, you need to start it, especially in CentOS. It will not start by default. We need to enable it after a restart as well by default. So we'll be using the sudo command as well, and the command to start a service is systemctl, then start the service. What the service here is HTTPD. Something else is we need to enable the service. Again, sudo systemctl enable. This will enable the service, that is going to start it whenever we restart the system. So we don't need to like come into the system to like start the service when the for any reason the machine restarts. So now we've been able to provide a command that we install our web service. Then we have started the service, enable the service basically. So now we need to like get the file that will be placed in the web service, the file that will be displayed whenever we access this web service. So how can we do that? First, we need to provide we need to download the file, and then we have to specify where we want to download the file. Since this is a file and it's a temporary file, by the way, so because I'll be copying, just download the file and copy the content and put it into the server. So where the file will be downloaded to will be temporary. So I'm just creating temporary file, just mk dir. I'll make a directory in the temp directory, and then just tmp, make a directory in the temp. Temp is located in the root directory. Then I'll call the directory just temp folder. Alright, this is the directory, but should in case this directory is already created, I'll use -p to overwrite whatever directory that has been created here with this name. So this is going to create a directory for me. Then we need to like download the content that we are going to place in this directory. So what we have to do is to first go into this directory that we just created, which should be in the temp, then temp folder. So we are going to go into this directory, and from there let's download the website files. Like I said, we'll be using wget to download the website files. However, I'm not writing this file, I'm not writing the file or on my own. I'm just going to download a zip or a template and website, or the codes and the templates. We are going to download it from a site called Template. So I'm bringing up my web browser, in this case Chrome. Alright, let's go to Template. Right. Just search for it. Yes, this is the site, template.com. Right, let's look for something beautiful, for a beautiful website template here. I think this one is okay. Let's just click on it. Alright, so we are going, this is the site we are going to host. So all we'll be doing is just to get the zip file, and to get the zip file you can either download and upload to your virtual machine, but we want to download it inside the virtual machine. So what we are going to do is to press F12 on your keyboard to get the to get to the inspect mode. Now you switch to the network section. Can you see I'm at the network section? Now if I should click on download here, I should be able to get the file. We're looking for the zip file. Yeah, this is it. Get the zip file under the header. Just click on the file, then you click on, just get the link, the actual link. Now we're going to copy the link. Now let's go into our script, then wget paste the link, paste. This will be downloaded. Then after downloading it, it's going to download and save it with this name, because this is what we are actually downloading. This is the path to the file, so this is what will be downloaded. It's going to download this with this name. So now what we are going to do is that you can see it's a zip file, so that's the reason why we installed unzip. So now we are going to unzip it. To unzip is very simple. Just unzip, give the name, which will be this, paste the name. Now it's going to unzip this. Now don't forget where we are in this folder, so everything will be downloaded and unzip inside this folder. So what we are going to do is to copy. When after unzipping, it will be in this in a folder called this. This will be gone because we have unzipped. It will be in a folder. All the content of the website will be in this folder. So we are going to copy the content here. To copy content, just cp using -r, because there will be folders within this folder. So we want to copy both the files and the folder within this folder, and we want to signify that we copy everything, so it will be / going to copy everything in this folder and paste it in our web server. The web server file is located, the web server is located is var www.html. So we want to paste everything in this folder. So this is the httpd home directory, so we are going to paste the website content inside the httpd home directory. So we copy it and paste it here. When that is done, what we have to do is to restart the service again, because we've modified it. We've modified the content here, so we need to restart it. And to restart, the same thing as remember, this is a privilege and system ctl restart httpd. So we have we started the service. So what we have to do now is we need to remove everything here, because we don't need it anymore. We have copied the things we need inside here, so we don't need it anymore. So what we are going to do is to remove -rf, remove everything including the folders in the tmp/tmp folder. All right, so that's what we have done. And mind you, this is just some terminal commands. So if you run this on your terminal one after the other, you are going to get the right output. All right, so something that is important that you do first. Let's save this this file. Let's save it, escape, save what we've been doing. Now, since this is script, don't forget we need to put some comment and nice formatting. So press I again. Now let's put comment at the right places. So put comment at the right places. So what we are going to, let's start from here. Just let's just put echo in quotes. Let's just say I want this to be in caps. installing dependencies. All right, then something else that I would like to do, these are dependencies actually. So below that we are going to have echo. We are going to put starting the web service. All right, then after that we are going to create a directory, creating the temp directory. So echo the temp directory. All right, creating the temp directory. Now what we have to put here is downloading the files. So echo web file, the website files. All right, download and zip. Then let's just come over here to like we're starting the service. All right, now we can just put something here like removing the test folder. All right, now this will look more a little bit to look a little bit what do you call it, readable for the users, but it's just a little bit. We need to modify it more. So what we are going to do is the first thing I will actually do is to put some borders. I like that. I'm a huge fan of borders, guys. So first I'll put this echo, then after that I'll put border echo. Just put as long as possible, guys. All right, so now I'm going to come to the command mode using escape, then come to the beginning of the line and I'll start yanking. In Linux, yanking means copy, so I want to yank these two lines, the echo, empty echo, and this echo that contains the border. So I'll just press 2YY. You understand? Press 2 and YY twice. So it's going to copy from this line, 2 lines from this line. So we've copied 1, 2. Now I'm going to come to the just below here and press P once. As you can see, we have pasted this, and then we are going to paste it again and there, P again. We can just continue doing that before and after. Just P, and then maybe this is not the best formatting, but I think it works. It works. All right, so this is not the best, however you still get the idea. And now let's run this and see the output of the script. If you get an error, fine, but I believe we are not going to get. Just WQ, save and quit. Now let's make the script readable. to make it readable, very simple, just chmod plus x, then the script name, she set up website, enter, then let's call the script, very simple. Alright, so if I should hit enter now, you should see all the process. See, installing dependencies, can you see? So the dependencies installing this, can you see? Start size, downloading dependencies and installing. Script will do everything, set up the website for us. Complete, can you see? Dependencies has been installed, can you see? HTTPD, sorry, this is it. Unzip, can you see? Now starting the web service, creating the temporary files. No, this is the web service that's downloaded the service, downloading the website files. Alright, can you see? Now we're starting the service, now removing the intent folder, so the service is running. That's removed the intent folder. So now to see that what we've done actually worked, we need to get the IP address of this machine. It is the IP address we use to access the web service. So to get an IP address of a machine, very simple, IP address show. Now you're going to get the IP address. This is the loopback IP, it's not, it has the loopback, and this is the NAT, that's not useful. This is the right IP. If you notice, while creating this machine, I gave it this IP address, so we are going to use this to access it. So now let's go back to our browser. It's my browser, and if you remember, this is the website this is the website file we use. So let's go onto another and paste the IP. They should take us to the website. Can you see? This is from our server web service, and that's how to write a script that will run a web service for you. In the next video, in the next section, sorry, we'll be talking about variables. How can you make you use variable in this kind of script, because this is just a website. Say we want to use any type of website, so how can you do that? That's what we'll be talking about in the next video, guys. So now, guys, we have seen one of the wonderful use cases of script. Now I can just give anyone this script that is here. Can give it to anyone, can give this script to anyone, and they can run it on their machine, and it's going to create a website for them just like that. So but in this video, I'm going to show you some things. We are going to put some modifications to this script. We are going to modify some things, and for example, during the installation of these dependencies, I don't want the output to be displayed on the screen. Just want it to tell us that installing dependencies, then come to here. So every part that is going to give us some output, we want to tell the script to redirect the output to somewhere else. So during the unzip, we want to redirect the output while creating while installing this as well. But before that, let's write a script that way uninstall these dependencies and remove the files from the web service. So let's write another script. Clear the screen. So now let's create another script. Let's say uninstall .sh. Alright, insert. No, we want it to be bin bash. Alright, so what we are going to do is to write a script that will clear script that will stop the service automatically, because you can't just remove the service while it's still running. We need to stop it. All right, to stop, just like we started it, just system city stop, then we give the service name. Secondly, we need to after stopping it, we need to remove it. So yum, just like yum install yum remove is available. Then all the services, we have the service, all the packages rather, yum install, we have wget, and then unzip all the services that we installed. So we can also give this to like answer the yes for us. All right, last thing we like to do is to remove the content that we placed in the file, web service file. So remove -rf, including the folders. So the path var /www dot html. So everything, we want to remove everything in this directory. So that's what we want. So this is the script that will do that. We can as well just put some comments and make it readable. So let's use echo okay, let's say stopping the web service. Do we have here? You can just say echo removing the dependencies. All right, now we need to like echo what's this removing the website files. Right, now this should be readable, but not yet. So we want to put some echo around let's put some echo around there. So now I want it's like all right. So now I'm going to copy these two lines. Escape. First, let me save. Now let's yank these two lines. The first two echo to YY. Now we have yanked that. So let's come below here. Actually below the commands, just YY as in sorry to paste. Paste that. Now just below the command again, no, let's say just below the first so what I mean, then yeah, and then yeah, it's as simple as that, guys. So this is a script that will remove the web service content. So let's save this finally. WQ save. Now let's make it executable. So simple. Small x. All right, now let's run the script. stopping the web service, fine. Removing the dependencies, can you see? Complete. Removing the website files, done. Now if we should refresh the page, can you see? Should have nothing. Can you see? You have removed the content of the website. So that's another script, guys. But the main reason why we created this uninstall script is to, because I want to show you some modification on the website setup file. So this setup website file, I want to modify some settings. For example, to insert, I want to pass during this installation. I want to pass the output. I don't want to see the output on the screen, so we are going to redirect the output, including the errors. Going to redirect using this. Actually, use this to redirect, but if there is an error, it's going to display the error on the screen. So by putting this and sign, is going to redirect whatever outcome comes from this command to a path. Now let's give the path. We are going to give you can give a log file path, or you can just give dev/null. Dev/null, or null is like it's like a black hole. Black hole, so whatever I put here will be gone. So we can put this just around there, so whatever the output will be is going to just send it out. So another place that gives us output is when we unzip. So an output will be generated there as well. So an output will be generated there. So now let's save and rerun this script. All right. So installing dependencies, can you see we are not getting an output? The installation is going on the background, but it's not giving us any output. Unlike the first time we installed it, can you see the first? Okay, this is the installation the first time installing, then we got all of this. This is what we stopped. So now it's not going to provide that. Can you see installing dependency did not give that? So now downloading the website file, we can pass this output to the dev null as well, but we didn't give that in the script. That's why we are seeing it here. But something that I need to notice is when unzipping as well, it did not give us the output. Can you see? So now the site is back on. We can go back and refresh, reload, and the site is back on. So this is very important, and I believe you have been able to learn a lot about bash scripting in this video, guys.